Hi everyone, I'm Mech. Welcome to my shop. Today's video is going to be part 2 of the solid mount tool post holder, yes, for the Clausing Model 100 lathe. This is the second part. Okay, so sorry for the interruption in the video. Battery died. So anyway, I've got the tool post square block drilled for the post on the cross slide, and I've got it mounted on the fixture plate here with 4 indicating pins so that I can repeat the position on this, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the edge finder and locate the center point and zero out my DRO. Then I'm going to take these clamps off, put the round part of the base on with a locating pin that centers aligns the two pieces, reclamp it in place, and then drill 4 holes to attach the two together. So let's get started. Okay, and now we're over the center. And lock the X. Do that corner first. Take that out to 1. This square block is 2.6 inches square, so that'll give me just a little over 1/4 inch from the corner. Okay, that's the tap size for all 4 holes. Now I need to drill clearance hole through just this top round plate. So because I'm going to need a chamfer on the square block for the tapping anyway, I'm going to zero out the DRO with the tip of the drill sitting in the hole, or as far as it'll go down, because it's bigger, so it won't go all the way down, but that'll leave me a little bit of a chamfer in this hole, and should clear all the way through this when I need to measure the thickness of this for how far to go down. Alright, let's see what the clearance hole is for the head of this cap screw, or no, excuse me, for the body of the cap screw. Go figure, 1/4 inch. Duh. Okay, let's get a 1/4 inch drill bit. Now, take this down, zero out my DRO there. .5115. So if we go down 0.52. Okay, now I'm going to use an end mill and counter bore for the head. Looks like 3/8. Okay, zero out the DRO again. And measure for this head. 0.22, so let's go to 0.23 and see how that looks. All right. Chamfer. Alright, now one more operation to do to this part, and that is to drill 2 holes for this to mount to the cross slide. But I'm going to tap these holes in this block first. Because I forgot about that and took the round part off before I did that. So we're doing it in this order. It's the way it was planned. Alright, so we're getting close to done with this solid mount tool post. Next I need to transfer the location of the hole that this tool post mounts with, this stud. It is not centered on the tool post, and it's not centered on any. I don't know exactly where it is, but so I'm just going to make a transfer punch, line it up where I want on the tool post mount, and mark the hole. Alright, so we've got our mark, and before I take that off, I'm just going to make a mark here so I know where these things line up. So now I'll take off the base. It's not really important that the part be pushed up against these pins this time, because the only piece of this part that I'm really interested in is this punch mark, and I just need to center the quill over the punch mark. In order to center the quill on that mark, we're going to use the coaxial indicator. So we're just about done with this solid tool post mount, but as you can see, the screws that protrude up from the cross slide that this mounts with, there's not enough room for the nut. So I need to put a relief in here with room to put the nut on and for a wrench to fit there to tighten it down. So let's do that. I've got the part mounted up in the fixture plate again, and started to take a cut. As you can see, I forgot that I had moved the x-axis off of center of the part to drill and tap that hole for the tool post. So I recentered it, and now I'm going to set the DRO and the quill just by touching off on the surface. take that out so we have some clearance. Take the quill down so that we're just taking off a 10 thou pass. See how it looks to determine how far we're going to go on the x-axis travel. Or excuse me, y-axis, this direction. Alright, we're done with the machining. The nuts are easy to get on, and there's clearance, enough clearance for the wrench, and I didn't take off too terribly much material. So all that's left to do is I'll take this over to the deburring wheel and clean up the edges, and then blue it. So I think it turned out pretty good. Alright, let's go over to the deburring wheel. Alright, so now I'm getting ready to blue these two parts. So I'm going to put them in some plastic bags with some acetone. And then these are going in the ultrasonic cleaner. Looks like I've got a little bit too much water in there. So this is a trick I learned from one of the YouTubers I follow. I don't remember who. Sorry, I don't tend to remember details like that. That rather than putting your cleaning solution directly into the ultrasonic cleaner, just put water in it and put your parts and cleaning solution in either a plastic bag or a jar, and the ultrasonic waves will transmit through, and then you don't have all the mess in your ultrasonic cleaner to worry about all the time. And this acetone I can reuse after I'm done with these until it's so dirty that I can't use it anymore. So get this mixed up and try to see if I can get a little bit more air out of there. All right. So because I've got acetone in that bag, I don't want it to get too hot. about, let's try 80 degrees, that should be plenty, which is 26, so let's do 25 degrees Celsius. And when that goes up to temperature, I'll come out and run it for a half hour, and that should be good. And I apologize for the break in the video. I realized the last time we were looking at something, I was cleaning the components in the ultrasonic cleaner. Let's just say I learned a few things, one of which is as soon as the parts are done, or even before the cycle is done, take them out. Do not let them sit in there, otherwise all the gunk that it got cleaned off of them just settles back on them and you have to redo everything all over again. I'm not sure if that's why, but I also had some trouble with getting the bluing to work as well this time. I don't know if you can see, it's not terrible in the long run, but it took a lot more effort this time. But there is the finished product, and I'm sure, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm sure it is going to be much better than the compound on there, but we'll give it a shot and I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks. Bye.